What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Cardano to BTC. We will be wrapping that up. I believe it is Sunday. That means leave a comment down below as to what altcoin you guys want to see in next week's videos. Otherwise, we have a ton of important things to discuss. What is going on with the market? Bitcoin hit $6,400. Why? Is it going to stay there? Are we going to go up higher? Tons of questions that will be answered in today's episode. Otherwise, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. There will be a giveaway out 10,000 subscribers, and we are literally right around the corner from hitting that. We're about to hit 9K, which means 10K is literally right around the corner. And when we do, there will be a cryptocurrency giveaway for some free Litecoin, some free Bitcoin, whatever it is, whatever you guys prefer. And let's jump right into today's video. As you guys can see, we're on the current coin market cap, and damn, there is a lot of stuff to be talking about. Some very interesting pricings, you know, some that agree, some that disagree with what I said, some people it disagrees with what they said, some it makes sense. So we're going to have to kind of dissect what exactly is happening within the market. We're going to be looking into Litecoin, Bitcoin, you know, Ethereum, looking at our own trades, my own trades, the virtual simulations, things of that nature. So when we look at the top 10 cryptos, we can see a couple of things that have happened. Bitcoin dominance is 58.3%. It has not been this high in a crap long of time. Not only that, 24-hour volume is up quite a bit too, 57.5 billion. Market cap 194.6 billion. Crazy. I don't think I have seen a $200 billion market cap in quite a freaking long time. But, you know, we're seeing prices up and we're seeing market cap up, and this doesn't come without a cost. There is some pullback and problems that we're gonna have to face while we start to shoot up just like that. So let's jump into this. You can see on the market cap, top 10 cryptos are all in green right now. Bitcoin is leading the path. I don't know when we reversed. I don't know when we saw an inverse in any sort of way, but you can see all the other altcoins are falling, and we're starting to see Bitcoin take off in the opposite direction. So that is looking absolutely fantastic. Obviously, let's move over to our altcoins for review. I was looking at Litecoin. Litecoin literally just seems to be consolidating out. You can see where its resistances are. You can see on the weekly, resistance is right here at $79, $80. It's been there for quite some time, and that's currently what it's facing right now. Now, I do want to shout out the people that we're calling a cup and handle formation. For those of you that do not see it, this is the cup, and then we are in the middle of forming the handle. This is the handle that we're talking about, which is a bullish signal that we could break out. Now, I think this is going to be the top where we start to see resistance, which will be around 115, 120 for Litecoin in the long term of seeing things move up. You can see where the resistance was. It was weekly retesting the overbought market, and we pulled back down, testing that line of support. Line of resistance. Now, zooming into Litecoin on its daily, what's interesting to take into consideration too is we do have this handle forming right here. This is the handle. But what the problem is that I'm seeing is this purple uptrend of our ascending wedge that we've drawn is still acting as a resistance, which is not a good thing. More resistance means prices are not going to just explode. I'd be very shocked to see the price explode, but you can see on the daily how much it has attempted to break through this uptrend, and it has yet to do so. You can see once again today we are testing that. We look beautiful on the 50 RSI, so it gives us plenty potential to move up higher, but until we can break this resistance, we're not going to head up there. So it is definitely still a possibility to see consolidation back down to $66. I will not throw that out. I'm still considering that. Also, if you guys do want to gain access to my charts that I do on TradingView, definitely make sure to check out my Patreon. Patreon is a way for you guys to get exclusive access to content only for Patreon supporters, not for YouTube. You guys can get access to these charts prior to upload. It's actually a really big community right now. We have over 30 people inside that group where we do talk about specific cryptocurrency events. So definitely make sure to check that out. It is the second link in the description. Otherwise, moving on to Bitcoin, the coin that we really need to talk about. So what exactly is happening? So this is where all the info seems to be taking place. Bitcoin is breaking out. It's moving up. What is good? So what we need to take out into consideration is we have been below our high-low middle moving average for quite some time now. We have been below this literally since I think it's November of 2018, and just recently we caught up to it. We got sandwiched below our high-low MMA, that green band, and we just finally broke through, and you could see the violent uptrend that is taking form right here. So what's huge to me is when we had our downtrend forming previously, we had months, and I mean months, of consolidation with a support at $6,200. And you can see we're currently above that right now, which means one of two things. Now, because we have yet to close this weekly candle, it's very possible that by the end of the week, we can see consolidation back down. That pulls us right back down to $5,900, potentially even $5,800. And definitely, I'm going to zoom in to kind of give you guys a better overview. So one of two things is going to happen. $6,200 is going to be a support for us right now, which is good if we manage to close the candle above here. Otherwise, what is going to be a huge resistance is $6,800. Retesting a weekly high-low MMA while we're about to enter overbought on weekly is a lot of negative pressure. It's what's pushing the price down, but I do think this is either going to act as a resistance right now, where we're going to retrace and recede below it and close the candle and get back inside of our ascending wedge, or we're going to trade right on top of it at 62.50. All I know is we are nearing overbought on the weekly, and what adds insult to injury is on the daily, we're overbought, and then what adds even more insult to injury is on the 4-hour overbought. Not to say that this is a problem. It is for short term with the weekly and the 4-hour, with the daily and the 4-hour. But where it's not much of a concern for me is the weekly, because as you guys know, the weekly has been overbought numerous times. This entire uptrend, it's been overbought, and we've hung out there, and we've reached $20,000 being overbought. So for us to say, oh, it's already overbought, but it was overbought at $4,000, $4,500, and still staying overbought, it went all the way to 20,000. That's a huge run to miss out on. So that's where it becomes a problem to just focus on the weekly's overbought line. What's more of something to pay attention to is the 4-hour and the daily. When we look at those two, that's when we can tell things need to pull back down. It's a much shorter time frame, so the weekly can stay overbought, but the shorter time frame of the daily and the 4-hour would need to come back down into more neutral levels. So seeing us so overextended on the daily for Bitcoin, literally trading at $80, you can see exactly what happened here. We dumped. I expect the same thing to happen. Either we're going to consolidate all the way back down to 5,900, below 6,000, or we could break through and fall all the way to 5,300. I do think it's right around the corner. We're going to check out Ethereum right now and then wrap up today's episode. So Ethereum looks really good too. You can see it is literally inside of an ascending wedge that's forming. So for those of you who are interested in Ethereum, here's my advice for you guys, or what exactly I'm seeing. So a major ascending wedge is forming. Not only are we using its high-low middle moving average as a support to leverage the price and move that up higher, but you can see we started off back on the 3rd of February, and we've just drawn this beautiful uptrend right here with a resistance at $200, which we're going to see when it plays out. We're getting very, very, very close to overbought on the RSI, trading at 62. 70 will be considered overbought, but we have room to grow and trade sideways. So either consolidation is needed for this market, or pulling back all the way down to its 160 support, because I think the RSI at 200 is not going to be broken anytime soon. Sorry, not the RSI, just the price at 200 is not really going to be messed with. It is a very strong resistance, and I don't think it's just going to break out through. Otherwise, Cardano, very interesting chartings. Not only did it sink into an overbought market, it literally just sunk into overbought market. Into oversold. I apologize. We sunk crazy into oversold. We sunk right here on the RSI down to 19. The price has been pummeled. We're below our high-low MMA. It gives me reason to believe that we're going to see this coin move up in the next couple of days. So I still have invested in my eToro. So if you guys want access to the simulation, check down below. It's the first link. This is where you guys are able to buy virtual cryptocurrency without actually risking any sort of money. And as we know, the main thing I want you guys to take away, and I apologize for eToro being a pain in my ass every time I screen record. It doesn't want to load. But the main takeaway from this market right now is, even though, and I'm seeing a lot in the comments, we're moving up, and a lot of people are, FOMO buying, they're missing out. They see oh my God, we just shot all the way up to 6,400. Is it going to go to 7, 8, 9, 10? I got to buy in now. That is what's driving this price up higher. That is what's pushing this price up higher. That's what kind of steers it away from charting. You know, it takes it away from charting when people just FOMO buy in. It skews the market, and it ultimately affects how liable charting is. When we were in a bear market, the charts were much easier to view and read. But as we see FOMO buyers buy in, it skews the market, and that's what we see. We start to see major upswings, and then we see major downfalls just as quickly. So keep that in mind as you're investing. You can see right here they finally loaded up. I bought Tron, like I did say yesterday, and I bought Cardano. They're both really not down by much, 7 and 4%. So yeah, it looks like a lot, but we're in a red market. I anticipated that. We're in a bear market for those two coins. I expect the reversal to happen very soon. Otherwise, basic attention token is up quite a bit. So very similar. As you guys can see, BAT, which is right here, is up 21%. We were in this major downtrend, and it finally broke bullish. So as we saw Bitcoin start to head up, BAT was falling down, and then once it hit something, it inversed and exploded. That's really what we're looking for Tron as well as Cardano. Otherwise, guys, that's going to sum up today's episode. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.